Hello everyone, thanks for tuning in to today's video. We're going to have a look at the weather for the next 10 to 14 days for today's video. Day 10 will take us to the 16th of September, and we'll be able to extend that beyond that with the GFS and ECM ensembles because they run to around a couple of weeks. We'll have a look at CFSB2 at the end of the video for the next 4 weeks, and that will get us into the beginning of October. I shall get on with that for you in a moment. Just to say that the first video today was our 6 AM upload, and we've released the ECM WF 30-day look ahead for UK and Europe as well. We extend out to weeks 5 and 6 with that too, so make sure you check that extended European outlook out. And thank you so much everybody for doing that. I've got to say thank you for 3 super chats that we received during the premiere. Wow, we had a premiere on Sunday evening for the first winter 2022-2023 update. And during that premiere, we had 3 super chats. So I've got to say thank you so much to Ray Lovell. Thank you so much to Seymour Despard. And thank you so much to Stephanie Jeffries. Thank you to Ray, Seymour and Stephanie for a super chat during the premiere. Wow, of the first winter 2022-2023 update from GavsWeatherVids. It's a great premiere. I loved it and it went well. Thank you so much everybody for making Sunday such a special evening for me and for the channel. And lovely premiere. We did a live stream last night as well, so I was a little bit giddy on that. Thank you everybody who tuned into the live stream. Even if you wonder what the hell was you watching, you know, it was alright, wasn't it? It was a bit of a laugh anyway. So if you haven't watched the live stream yet, have a look back, and it is a little bit of a laugh. Right, okay, well, crack on with the video there. We're going to start off in the tropical Atlantic. We've got 4 interest areas. We've got a yellow edge here moving out of Africa. That is disturbance 2, just with a 20% chance of cyclone formation in the next 5 days. We've got this orange edge just here. It's disturbance 1 with a 40% chance of cyclone formation in the next 2 days, 60% chance in the next 5 days. We've got Hurricane Danielle, giving max sustained winds 75 miles per hour, Category 1 hurricane. This is going to get downgraded tomorrow back to tropical storm, and then we'll go post-tropical as we head into the end of the week. And then we've got Tropical Storm Earl just here, giving maximum sustained winds of 65 miles per hour. Earl forecast to give a direct hit on Bermuda by the end of the week, and then becoming a major hurricane to the northeast of Bermuda as we go into the weekend, and heading northwards into week, and then perhaps by the time we get through to Sunday. If we go to discussion, you see that Earl at its strongest is being forecast to reach maximum sustained winds of 120 miles per hour there in 96 hours. So that is like a proper old major hurricane. That's a proper Category 3 hurricane, and very, very significant storm, of course, with us. So after a very quiet August, the hurricane season is really picking up now, and we're going to keep an eye on all of the developments. We're still waiting for the CT to be finalised, so the city is still sitting there at 18.8, 3 degrees above average provisional to the 30th of August. So I'm not sure what the delay is, what the problem is, but obviously there is some sort of delay that's going on at Hadley. And the wait continues. We also have not had any provisional CT date yet for September either. Presumably it's been a very warm start to September, but at the moment we have no way of knowing. So as soon as we get the number from for the CT from UKMet, I will bring that to you and let you know, but at the moment the wait continues. These are the GFS upper air temperature and precipitation ensembles. Next of which red line is a 30-year upper air temperature average for Birmingham. We're starting off near normal to a little bit above average with the upper air temperature at the moment. They're going to go warmer as we get into next week for a while, and then probably drop back closer to average again as we move into the second half of the month. Precipitation-wise, it's quite unsettled. Quite a lot of showers and longer spells of rain to come over the next few days, and then more precipitation there as we go into the middle and second half of September. There could be a drier interlude showing up here sometime from around the 9th to the 12th and the 13th of September. We might get a drier start there, but overall it looks quite unsettled, doesn't it, for the next week at Birmingham. Temperature anomalies from the 6th to 14th September are going to be above average. Precipitation anomalies from the 6th to 14th September. Actually, a little bit dry. I'm not sure how that sort of matches up, actually, with that. So that's a little bit odd, but yeah, anyway, driving average, yeah. Not sure why. This is how the latest wind from that from earthnautical.net is looking today. So low pressure just to the west-southwest of the country. And drawing up those very mild or warm southerly winds, but also bringing heavy showers with them. If we drag this around, we can see Danielle and Earl. So there is Category 1 Hurricane Danielle. And there is Tropical Storm Earl, but may become Major Hurricane Earl as he goes in that direction through the course of this week. We shall see. Time will tell. Right, go through some chart dates. Very how later you can make your run is looking for midnight on Friday with a trough of low pressure over top of the country. That will bring showers on as well as rain. And as we head into weekend, that low pressure clears away to the east. We get a little bit of a ridge building over the weekend, so things will go rather quieter over the weekend. Some lower pressure though, flirting to the southwest as we go through Monday, so that could bring some more wet weather into the southwest on Monday. That gets out of the way, and maybe it's a ridge building in from the west as we go through Tuesday, probably turning us drier again, but it could be a little bit on the cooler side with that as the wind pulls round into the north and the northeast. Icon looks like that low pressure over top of the country on Friday, showers on as well as rain, and that low pressure clears away to the east over the weekend. A ridge build through the country over the weekend. That should turn us drier. And then we head into next week. And, yes, we head into next week. So we head into next week. That trough of low pressure clearing away to the east and high pressure region through the country over the weekend. Have got a deep area of low pressure to the southwest here. I think that's Danielle. It might be Danielle and Earl combined. So that sort of sits to west-southwest. High pressure to our east. We draw up this sunny, so it could be quite warm for the early part of next week. By Connie's right, but of course we're below just southwest. Again, we might be in a similar situation to this week with heavy showers and thunderstorms threatening. Right, this is how the GFS midnight run is looking. So this is Danielle just here, isn't it? This area of low pressure is Danielle just there. That's right. So we've got this area with trough of low pressure over top of the country. Midnight on Friday, showers on spells. Rain makes sense out of the way through the weekend. A ridge build through the country. Danielle kind of stalls out to west. There's Earl, hot on Danielle's heels, heading that direction. So as we go into next week, what happens? Well, we keep the energy to our south and west region, have this ridge, but it does look a very weak ridge, only 1,015 millibar, but a ridge sort of sits over the country for the early part of next week. And then that strengthens into an area of high pressure as we get through to the 16th of September. So that's why the precipitation forecast was drier than average. That's why this is drier than average here. This is based on the midnight GFS run, and the midnight GFS run goes anticyclonic really from the weekend onwards and then lasting through most of next week. And lasting well into the extended range, actually. Lots of high pressure, considered very dry and pretty warm with the GFS midnight run right the way up to the end of it. 22nd of September, you'll notice by then, and have got remains of another hurricane or something in the Atlantic Ocean. So GFS midnight run wants to bring back high pressure from weekend, keep it going then for the next couple of weeks, more or less, and that is why the precipitation anomaly was drier than normal. Probably an outlier, I would have thought, within the GFS ensembles. So the GFS 6 says it's looking again, trough low pressure over top of Kent on Friday, bringing showers long as well as rain. Then into weekend, a ridge trying to build. Does it come off? Not really, actually. So a ridge tries to get going over the weekend, but it is struggling. And as we go into the early part of next week, actually, we have this area of high pressure to our northwest, low pressure, which is the remains of Earl and Danielle, being forced southwards. That could bring some very wet weather to France. We're pulling in these cool sort of east-northeasterly winds, Ben. Not all that much rain, but certainly a lot cooler with the GFS 6A compared to GFS midnight run. We end up looking like that with some high pressure region into the southwest, low pressure away to the north and northwest. And then in the extended range for GFS 6Z going seesawing between unsettled weather and drier interlude as well. Very classic for September. If you're enjoying the video so far, please you like, share, subscribe. Thank you so much, everybody, for doing that. GEM again with low pressure over top the country on Friday. That clears out of the way into weekend with a little bit of ridge trying to get going, but as we head on into the early part of next week, low pressure is always out to the south and to the southwest too, and actually the GM turns increasingly unsettled through next week with low pressure developing through the country, bringing plenty of rain and eventually some quite cool west or northwest winds for GM. A lot more unsettled than the GFS output for next week. And then the ECM WF looks like that. Again, the top of low pressure over top of the country on Friday, clearing away to our east into weekend with a little bit of weak ridge trying to build into the early part of next week. Low pressure is developing to our south, and that could bring some wet weather into more southern areas actually. And then heading on up toward day 10, again, we're trying to get going south, but never really coming off. Low pressure way to northwest Scotland keeps the unsettled weather going, especially so for more northern areas. So I think the GFS is a little bit isolated on its big ridge idea through next week, that GFS midnight run. Most of model output does look a little bit more changeable, I have to say, than that. This is how the precipitation forecast based on that ECM run is looking from tometeo.com. Plenty of showers and long spells of rain coming over the next few days. This weekend it just turned a little bit dry, but next week more wet weather coming back, particularly focused on England and Wales, and then we go drier in the south as we head up towards day 10, but the north and northwest is more unsettled. These are the options on the table within the ECM ensemble today for day 10. It will get us to the 16th of September. 16 members of the ECM ensembles have a trough of low pressure. Very country happening showers along the spells of rain and pretty cool weather too. 13 again with low pressure over country looking quite unsettled. 12 with low pressure towards our northeast. High pressure is towards our west southwest, and so that's dry but maybe a little bit cooler. And then 10 with low pressure just to west southwest. High pressure to our northeast. That's a similar situation to what we're in right now, with winds coming in from the south, so warm but probably maybe a bit thundery. Most of the options seem to involve low pressure close to us at day 10, so quite unsettled, I have to say. In 2 weeks' time, these are the options that we've got. Gets us to the 21st of autumn, 21st of September, I should say. 16 members of the ECM ensembles with high pressure to our south, low pressure to the north, bringing up quite a warm southwesterly wind. 10 with high pressure over Scandinavia, and that brings the wind in from the east, mainly dry and warm with that. Another 10 with high pressure to the south, low pressure to the north, winds a little bit flat westerly with that. 9 with lower pressure probably coming through a little bit like that, and 6 with low pressure just out to our west. So range of options for 2 weeks out. Could be going back to high pressure, but certainly the next week to 10 days looks relatively changeable, despite that GFS midnight run wanting to turn it settled, I think. CFS V2 finally reached a 500 millibar high times break down to week periods. The first week period will take us from the 6th to 12th of September, becoming week with low pressure over country combined with high pressure around Greenland and Iceland. It does look unsettled. Week 2 will be the 13th to the 19th of September, again low pressure in off the Atlantic into northern and western Europe. High pressure around Greenland looks quite unsettled. With that, week 3 is going to be the 20th, 26th of September. Again, high pressure centered around Greenland, Iceland, and also to our west southwest. Possibly some lower pressure still coming in, but a weaker variety of it. And then week 4 is the 27th of September, 3rd of October, with high pressure then coming back. High pressure going back for early October, turning us drier and warmer into the beginning of next month. And with that, if you enjoyed the video, please you like, share, subscribe. Thank you so much, everybody, doing that. Drop a comment. Let us know what you think. This is all of our videos. And don't forget to tell your friends and family to subscribe as well. And it's amazing, it's incredible. Thank you so much, everybody, for doing that. Right, just what's coming up tomorrow at 6 AM upload and 10 to 14 day at 2. So keep checking back to the channel for more. But for today's videos, that's all for now. And thank you so much for watching. Bye for now.